about like economics, about how the environment, you know, reflects your business. Find one of my favorite ones is social media. So it's going to tell you how to really use social media to help you. Because people tend to not realize, if I'm looking for Amber and seeing what Amber doing, I'm going to go to Facebook. But if I'm looking up Amber, as far as Amber the company, I'm going to Google. People don't realize the difference.
There is a difference.
So like people keep saying I'm advertising on Facebook. It really doesn't. Yeah, it works, but it really doesn't work that well.
Because I think a little bit more personable. I mean, I know people, you know, it's like businesses will use that, but
they use it, but it's not that's not
the best way. Yeah, no.
So when you're doing advertising, this is just a little bit off subject. You need to use all of the mediums: print, really search engine optimization, letting people find you. People just don't find. If I'm researching a paper on nuclear, I'm not going to go to Facebook to research that paper. I'm going to go to Google, MSN, Yahoo, or one of those search engines.
The major ones. Yeah.
Like, who's going to go?
You need a certain keyword or something, you know, that gets them to want to look for you.
I think people don't realize the difference in those things. So basically, one of the classes will help you guys understand the big difference. How to use social media for your benefit. How to really, if you have a new website, how to really get people there that's buying.
Yeah, to launch it.
Yeah. How to really get people there. Because honestly, that's how I made my money from my first business. Is understanding how to get people to my website. You know, actually, you know, so that was really, really
helpful. Yeah.
So people are like, how come you don't be posting on certain things? I don't need to post on Facebook for certain things. It's kind of,
you already have what you need in place.
It's kind of irrelevant. Not to say I don't use Facebook to like just to say, oh, I put it on there. But the feeds go so fast, people forget.
Yeah, and that's not the only way that you can do it. It's one of the ways, but there's others out there too.
So we're looking for models, designers. You can submit just by going to conference.loungemagazine.com, follow the information there, or just email us at lounge, L-O-N-G-E, it's French, it's really lounge, magazine.com. Just send us your information, what you're interested in, and we can see if you could be a part of the production. This production team is going to be about 80 people. Can you imagine?
That's going to be big.
It's a huge show.
But you need that, I mean, so that it can run the way you
want it to be. It's going to be wonderful, because this is our 3rd year, but this is going to be like
the icing
on the cake. So I'm putting out everything for it. I'm
so excited to be a part of it, because I know it's going to be fun.
I can't wait. So, and look at when I'm starting to promote it, and it's all the way in September, a year in advance, because I just want to make sure that there's nothing that is missed.
You want everything to be the way that you want it to be.
And right now they have this application called Guidebook, so you can get it on your iPad or phone, whatever it is, and you just type in download Guidebook, then type in Lounge Magazine. What it will do for you is give you a layout of the weekend. What class is going to be on Friday, what's going to be on Saturday, what time the models need to meet. It's going to give you like
a rundown
just in the palm of your hand. So we're trying to make sure everything is kind of like together, and we just really know it's going to be an excellent show.
How many designers are you looking for?
We're going to have 10 designers. 10 designers, 10 musicians, maybe 20 to 25 models. So that production is going to be awesome. But prior to that, the most important, I think, to me, I love the fashion and the ending. That's the ending of it. That's just the icing on the cake. I think you guys really need to come here for the workshops, meeting people, helping your business to grow, getting more information, and moving on to the next level of whatever it is you are at. If you're a startup, it will get information. If you're in the growing stage, you'll get information. All of these things. So just don't come and say I want to go to the fashion show. Come for the whole time. So you can go.
So you can participate with everything.
So basically, if you register now, it's a really good price until like April. But if you come there, you're going to be very surprised at the price. Because by then, by July,
it's going to go up.
Yeah, it's going to be double the price.
So you want to get it in advance. You want to make sure we see you there. We want to make sure all of that is good. I think it's going to be an excellent time. I do too.
So what you have to say in closing? What are we going to be doing next week? We don't know yet.
Yeah, we're not sure yet. We're have to brainstorm that. I know tonight I'm going to try to stay warm and pray the power doesn't go out. If not, then, I mean, extra blankets, bundle up.
Bundle up, right? Something.
My son snuggles with me. He'd be right under me like a little cat.
I don't have a son, but I have a little doggy downstairs. I got to tape her, because when I tell people she cover herself, they be like, what are you talking about, Renee?
Yeah, she likes to be warm. Yeah,
so she was just now, I was just like, I wish I had the camera on her, because she was just like, taking off the sheets and going crazy because she wanted to go on and she couldn't get on there. But I'm like, man, I should have taped her for years. But
like a baby.
Yeah. She's like, have to be on there. And she has on little sweatpants. I should have gotten her. So
yeah, sweatsuit is so cute.
Yeah,
it's purple. She has a hoodie on. I said, oh, I love it.
Yeah.
She's a good dog.
Yeah, she's very quiet. I love it. She's very easygoing.
I don't really usually like dogs, but I like her dog.
Most people tend to like, actually my uncle, he said he doesn't like dogs, but when he came, he's like, this is not a dog. I could
you see me, right? I was like, hi. You know, being all sweet. Like, I don't really care. I don't do that with everybody's dogs.
No, but you know what it is? So I think clothing on a dog make people more welcome to the dog.
People
don't notice that, but it does. So like if I have a party, because I know people are afraid of dogs, I put a dress on her. So it's more about the dress that she's wearing.
Yeah, as opposed to her being a dog.
So you gotta really know how to use those methods to get people, you know, win people over.
Right.
Actually, when I first got the dog, my grandma didn't like her. Really? She's like, I don't want you to have a dog. Now they're attached.
Yeah, no, that's a sweet dog. Yeah. And she's little. She's not too big or anything.
Not to kick you over or anything like that. I can't do that. So in closing, as always, loungemagazine.com. This is my host for a little bit. We're going to see what Amber has in store for us. Yeah. We can't let her all the secrets on the first one, you know.
Right now.
Let us know your comments. Comments down below. And don't forget, loungemagazine.com. That's where it's happening. Don't forget, we have issues that you can purchase so you can see the business, the fashion, entertainment. And the magazine and the information on the site provides you more of how to versus this is what I did. So basically, if you're in fashion, it says how to get into the fashion industry, how to make your shoes.
Gives you like insight.
Insight. So basically, because it's business, fashion, intimate, it's more like about how to do this. So for example, if Amber is designing and we're doing an interview on Amber, it's more like, Amber, you have this great outfit here. How did you go about putting it together, designing it versus Amber is a designer for 20 years. We don't do that. We were more like, yeah, we kind of mentioned
it's
it.
It's kind of more interactive.
Yeah, so like somebody else read your article and be like, oh, that's how she did it. Maybe this you could take some
help.
Yeah. So that's how we kind of do our interviews and try to give information. Oh, the last thing we didn't talk about.
What?
The presidency.
Oh yes. Congratulations to Barack Obama.
We're happy.
2 terms.
I know. History in the making.
Okay.
I was awesome.
Yeah.
Once I saw it said 262 and CNN, I could turn the TV off because my screen. I was just like, oh my god, this is so close.
I know. Everybody probably was like sit at the edge of their seats wondering. It's funny because I had seen a post on Instagram. My boo, I call him my boo. He's my boo. He had posted something. It was what was that movie? It was like a while ago, out in California. Was it Bad Boys? No, not Bad Boys. I think it was Boys in the Hood.
Okay. You don't even know the name of the movie.
Boys in the Hood. And he had a gun sitting. Well, the guy. It was a picture of a guy in a car with the one that had the top. I don't know his name. I don't know the names of the characters, but basically he had the gun and he was pointing it to somebody who was behind the driver's seat. He's like, "Who you voting for? Say Mitt Romney and I'll shoot you." That's just my little inside joke, but I thought it was hilarious because all this stuff that he's been talking is like.
But he's wishy-washy. It's almost like Mitt Romney. I was gonna put this on my Facebook, but I hadn't had a chance to put it on there. Mitt Romney remind me of my wishy-washy friends.
Really?
So on the campaign trail, he's saying one thing, and when
he's doing something.
When he saw Barack Obama, he was saying
another. He switches it totally up. It's like, who are you?
Yeah. So
are you coming or going?
Yeah. So that's what I was saying. I have some wishy, what do you call it? The little shallow friends behind you. They talking all this, and when they see you
in your face and smiling, acting like everything's okay. And that's that I don't like. I can't do it. I can't do the fake and the phony. Just be, if either you like me or you don't, and whichever one is fine. But I can't do the in between, and I'm not sure which way you're coming. That I can't deal, and that's from male or female. Like I'd rather you just be straightforward and just keep it 100.
It's so crazy. When
just be real. Be you. Be who you are.
It's
if you don't like me, it's fine. Just stay away from me. Don't talk about me. You wasting your breath, your time.
For what?
Worrying about what I'm doing. I'm not even thinking about you. I have so many other things to worry about. Girl, bye.
For what?
Like,
for
seriously.
What? You weren't even on the radar.
Seriously.
How was this like?
I don't have time. I don't.
I accepted this position on this board, and the actual chair of the board somehow, he's just not a great leader to me. I can't say what it is right now, but. And the reason is because of his demeanor, his character, the things he does, like these undermined things, and he just act childish for him to be in such this position. And I said to myself, when I see him, I don't even really talk to him. People be like, hi, Miss Caroline. I'm like, hi. That's it. Because honestly, I'm only respecting you because you are the chair at the end of the day.
Right. But as far as anything else,
you don't have to communicate with me. And I said, I can't wait for the term to be over to just tell him
how I really feel.
How I really feel, because I just feel he's so. You ever see somebody just like so? It's almost like the nerd who became the CEO and now he think he could get everybody. And
I can't stand that.
You know, like you could tell that he was a nerd in school that would never gotten a girl, and now that he's the chair or something, he thinks he's entitled. Like you will see him think he's entitled to your body or something. And you're like, wait a second, you're the nerd. I know you were the nerd in school. Right. Stop playing. Coming on you, you're like. I said, do you realize who you're talking to? Like, you know, like it's such a mismatch. Even as the nerd in school, there was no way I would talk to you.
Right.
So it was just like, it was one of those things that you pinpoint them. You know they think because they're entitled to things, and then it's like these girls, because of the position, they let them feel they have these like buddy things. And I'm like, this is why men think they could take advantage of us and the things that they do. It's because of those girls who allow these men to do these things. And I'm like, I thank God just for putting the right kind of guy in my life. You know what I mean? Actually, the one I'm talking to right now, I think is somewhat of a blessing. We'll see how that blessing works out.
We'll see.
Not to mention we compliment each other, right?
Yes, they do. They compliment each other very well. I like him for it. I do. So he has my vote.
He got one vote. Yeah. So yeah, I was just like, you just. Actually, I'm gonna say God has always given me the right person at the right time. How about that? Because. Yeah, exactly. My longest relationship, even though it didn't work out, we're still friends, and only because we're both business minded. But it was the perfect person for that time. He helped me grow my business. And
I believe that. You know, some people come into your life, sometimes, for a season, for a long time, maybe for a short time, but for whatever reason they were there, you should take something from that, even if it was good or bad. Just
like how I had this one lady in my life who hoodwinked me, but I thought, shit, I don't think another person would ever hoodwink me like that ever again. And I think I needed that lesson, because where I'm going, now, if I be hoodwinked now, it's maybe easier to recover. You can't have 200 employees and be hoodwinked. You have 200 people to think about.
Right.
Yeah. So, crazy it is, I'm kind of grateful the little skank, whatever, tried to hoodwink me, and I caught on to it. So that was weird. So my final note is, I love you guys going to longmagazine.com. We're going to have a lot of fashion and everything. Did I mention we're going to have a fashion show on the 10th to you?
10th of what, this month?
Yeah, if you can.
Where?
It's supposed to be somewhere in Bridgeport, actually.
Okay.
So we're just going to go tape it and bring it to you guys, like the same
day.
We'll
be there live posting and, giving you some, I guess, behind-the-scenes footage and also what's going on.
Maybe we'll set it up live. Yeah,
that would be hot.
Yeah, just set it up live and just have it live taping while they're doing the show.
Okay.
That'll be nice.
Yeah, so tune in for that. And
that should be good. And once again, leave your comments. We don't care what you say, because we will reply. I know. I mean, I get this comment all the time, like, oh, for a person who runs the magazines and this and this and this, you should be a certain way. No, I'm not. I'm supposed to be me. As long as I'm respectful to you and you respect me back, I have not a problem. But if you say something crazy, I will say something crazy back. As with Amber, right? Amber, you're going to have somebody say something crazy. And like, I'm just going to ignore them because...
Yeah, I don't know. It depends probably what is said and who they are.
You ever watch Steve Harvey? I love Steve Harvey.
He says everything that he says, right? He don't care. I know.
He says, I was watching one of his comedy and he's like, these people call into the radio station and think he has no feelings, but because he's being paid, he can't say certain things. But when he does stand up, this is his show.
Yeah, he don't care.
He doesn't care. He said, you say something crazy to me, I'm going to say something crazy
back.
I was like, he's never lied, because when people say certain things to you, you're like, hold your composure.
Yeah, right. But then it comes to a point where it's just like, enough is enough. Yeah, I had a situation like that yesterday. And then we're gonna, close. I know we're just talking because we're just having such a good time. But yeah, she was a little abrupt and a little condescending. And I understood the frustration. She called in an order ahead of time, and it was starting to come out. We had a dining room full of guests. I was in the front servicing obviously those who were dining in. So I'm only one person. you know, like I said, I have a lot of I wear a lot of hats, and she was just talking to me like I don't know, like I was, like she didn't know who she was talking to, like, lady, like. And I said something, you know, and then usually, like you said, you know, you keep your composure, you know, try to keep it professional, you know, this is a business, you know, at the end of the day, whatever. But I don't know, I guess that was just it. Like, it just made me
but it's nothing
have a rebuttal.
wrong.
And I said, are you okay? I said, I sense a little hostility in your voice. Like, I don't know who you're talking to, but you know, your salads are here and the others are coming right out. I said, we have a dining room full of, you know, people, and we're trying to do the best that we can. She said, well, we called, you know, ahead of time. And I said, and I understand that. So as I'm, you know, totaling up the tab, they're whispering, you know, back and forth to each other, and I can hear everything. I'm here, but I'm acting like I don't hear them. And they just, you know, it's like something. Oh, we'll just leave. We'll walk out, or we won't come back. So you're just gonna just leave like that, like your food sitting right here. So I just felt like that was deliberate, you know, because I made a comment and I spoke up for myself. I don't care, like. I wasn't rude and I wasn't disrespectful, but you're not gonna just talk to me and treat me any kind of way. I don't care.
Stuff happens.
I know that's not good.
Yeah.
Lord help me with it, because I have an attitude. I do, but that's just me. I can't do it.
No, sometimes I'm gonna tell you something.
It's like you can hold it, but so long until that it just you snap. And
I'm gonna tell you something. You know,
and I felt like if I didn't deal with it, she would have kept. She would
have
kept
being
on.
a business owner, being in your shoe, where you are. And you know, you understand the back end.
Yeah, I wanted to say, like, do you see who's on the wall?
Right.
Like, in case you didn't know, not trying to, you know, pump myself up and, you know, pat myself on the back, but, you know, this is my place of business. You understand? We can decide to use our discretion on who we want to service or not. Yeah. Or you can go, there's a door. Right.
That's
I hate to be like that.
There's one time I had a client. And they were being rude and they didn't even place the order. I said, you know what? I said, there's a lot of other companies that do the same services. Let me recommend a few that you can. She's like, oh, no, you didn't. And I was just like, oh, yes, I did. So she said
people don't like when you know, speak your mind. You know,
they go, so can I speak to your boss? I said, hey, you're one of the lucky ones today.
I would have been like this. Hi, my name is...
No, it was on the phone.
Oh.
So I said, you're one of the lucky ones today because you have just gotten the chief marketing officer and the owner of the company. Click. So she calls back to see if I was
who you say you were.
So now she actually ended up going through my CFO and stuff, and then she ended up back at me, and we had this whole thing. I said, you called and you had such an attitude, and we didn't even discuss your product. And I'm like, if I'm gonna have this much trouble with you and I didn't even give you a quote, can you imagine if I have your order?
Forget about it.
And she goes around to try to say she didn't mean to call. I was like, well, regardless of what, my spirit tells me that this is not going to be a good relationship. So I would just advise. And she couldn't believe that even when she called and we went through all that. I was like, I just feel like in my spirit, it's gonna be something.
It's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
So and when you feel that way, you gotta go with it. Yeah. And I didn't feel bad, you know, for speaking up for myself.
Sometimes you just gotta lose that money. It's not that. It's not worth it.
What was it, $14? And then look at this. Look how God worked it out. A man came in, an hour later. I had him sitting right in the Bae Marie case. He said, I want a chicken Caesar. I said, well, here you go, sir. It was already ready. He didn't have to wait, and it was good.
Right.
And fresh. So I still got blessed. You know what I'm saying? In spite of you walking out on your tube, you know? Oh, well. You know, like you said, sometimes you just got to chalk it up.
Right. And it's just sad, but let's go, because we always say we're going to go.
I know. We can talk and talk and talk.
But next time we're going to have some good stuff for you, won't we?
Yeah. We'll have some good more, you know, topics, obviously, under what we already discussed, which is business, entertainment, and fashion. You know, maybe we'll have some slides or something.
And we won't hate on her. We won't hate on the iPad, because, you know, the Samsung is one, so we didn't even touch it.
This is the Apple, okay?
Don't hate. You know
what? Even
what?
though it's a little cracked up in the front, you can't see that.
I believe the tablet has a good place. So next time we will actually look at it with what our to-do list and follow it. This time we kind of went off structure, but it's all good.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it went well.
LongeMagazine.com.
Stay tuned for the next